Welcome to my preview for game number 60, Montreal at Florida. Hey, everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. All right, so like I said, game number 60, we're getting through the season. Montreal and Florida, Montreal just beat Arizona. I don't know that they were the better team, to be honest with you, against Arizona. They were badly outshot, I think. Monty was a big difference there. And guess what? Monty's going to get the start again today. So, all right. So I got the news for the game. I've got the stats and all that stuff for the game. I've got the lineups, and I've got the guess the score contest. Guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game. Pick that guy from either team. You have to be the first one in the chat with that guess, and you need to be in Canada to win. Because of the way I pay out. So if you do win, you get the $10 prize directly into your bank account via Interac. And that's the reason why, because only in Canada they say pity. All right, so I was just saying Monty's getting the start. It's his second start in a row. And in my opinion, that's how you treat the number one goalie, the number one starter. Plus, he's a former Panther. So makes sense to have him in net. You've got to think he wants to play hard and beat his former team. And it is his 28th start of the season. If it wasn't a three-goalie system, he'd have had more, that's for sure. Nick Suzuki, our captain, has 10 goals in his last 10 games. Only Austin Matthews has more in that time frame. And he had 12, so not a ton more. He's also just 2 goals short of 100, Nick Suzuki. So Nick Suzuki, maybe with a good game tonight, you never know, hits his 100 goals in his career so far. So this is the first game of 4 on the road. I'm going to say they're in Florida, in Tampa, Carolina, and Nashville. I don't know Carolina and Nashville what order, but that's the road trip. Panthers are 8-2-0 in February, so this is going to be a really tough game for Montreal. They're in tough here. They've also lost 2 games to Florida this season already. I don't know. If they had really come out and dominated Arizona and beat them, but it wasn't that type of game, and I don't know what they're going to look like against a strong team like Florida. Well, we're going to have to see. The ex-Panthers on the team anyway. Monty, Mike Matheson, and Colin White also played for the Panthers. We'll see what kind of game they have. We have a former Hab that plays for them. Maybe there's more. Former Hab and now Panthers goon, Nick Cousins. Hopefully we'll keep his cheap shot ass quiet today, or the sheriff may have to pay him a visit or two. My dog agrees. She sees a dog outside. It would have been the pocket rocket Henri Richard's birthday today. I don't know which one, but it's a leap year. This is a leap day, and he would have been 22 years old today. At least that's how many birthdays he would have actually celebrated on his birthday. All right, guess the score contest. I'm going to give you my guess for that right now. I was going to go with 3-1 Florida. I was comfortable with that, and I think anyway, I'm going to go with 5-2 Florida. I'm going to give Sam Bennett the first goal. So 5-2 Florida, Sam Bennett the first goal. Good luck to everybody who makes a guess. And we've had 2 winners this season. Maybe we'll get a third one tonight. But good luck to everybody making the guess. All right, let's take a look at the game. We have the 23-28-8 Montreal Canadiens taking on the 39-16-4 Florida Panthers. How you can watch this game? Start time 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. In the Habs region, TSN 2 in English, RDS in French. In the Panthers region, Bally Sports Florida. Streaming ESPN Plus, RDS, TSN, and Sportsnet, where I'm watching it. Not the best place. I hate Sportsnet. Season series. First game was November 30th. They beat us 5-1. Then December 30th, 4-1. And now we're playing them February 29th. Is that like, no, those aren't the last day. Okay, I thought we'd like to play them on the last day of the month. It's not. And then April 2nd, back in Montreal. So that's what, with I think they'll have 8 games left after that. So that's April, there's 9 games. Anyway, I don't know what I'm going over that for. Home and away records. Montreal is the away team, 11-17-0 on the road, and Florida is 19-10-0 at home. Listen, this could be a trap game for Florida. I just don't feel it. Atlantic standings, top to bottom. Florida Panthers tied with Boston at the top, but with way more wins, 5 more wins. Boston just the kings of the overtime losses, getting that extra point. 82 points for those guys. Toronto next with 74. Detroit with 72. Go Detroit. Tampa with 69. I have a feeling Tampa, I don't know. I think they're going to drop out, especially Detroit has 2 games in hand, and Toronto has 3. So Buffalo next with 58. Montreal with 54. And Ottawa with 53. Montreal and Ottawa might seesaw a little bit. To see who's going to be on the bottom at the end of the season. Bottom 10. This is the bottom 10 in the league, top to bottom. Minnesota Wild, 62 points. Kraken, 61. The Sabres, 58. Montreal with 54, so they're at 7th from the bottom. Ottawa, 53. Arizona with 51. The Jackets with 48. The Ducks with 43. The Sharks with 35, as has the Chicago Blackhawks. Tail of the tape. Scoring chances for percentage, you're talking about possession numbers, 44.9% for Montreal, 29th, and 56.3% for the Panthers, 3rd in the league. Goals per game, 2.76 for Montreal, 27th, and 3.27 for the Panthers, 12th. Goals against per game, 3.51 for Montreal, 27th, and 2.39 for the Panthers, 2nd. So that's better than a goal a game difference. Power play percentage, 19.4% is Montreal's, 19th, and an even 26% for Florida, 5th. PK percentage, 73.8%, 30th for Montreal, and 82.5% for the Panthers. That's 6th. So special teams, we got to be very careful because they're probably going to kill us on special teams. Head-to-head this year, 0-2-0 Montreal's record, 2-0-0 for Florida. At the dot, Montreal comes in at 52.6%, 6th in the league, and Florida 51.4%, 9th, so not much difference. Shots on goal allowed and shots on goal for. The allowed, 33.4 for Montreal, 27.7 for the Panthers, and shots on goal for, 28.3 for Montreal, 34.1 for the Panthers. So yes, they give up less shots and they get more shots than we do. Players to watch over the last 5 games for points. Yoel Armia, 5 points. This is ridiculous. Armia leading, even if it's just 5 games, 5-game period. Brandon Montour with 10 for the Panthers. Goals, Suzuki with 4. Matt Tkachuk with 3. Assists, Armia with 4. And Brandon Montour with 7. And plus minus. Jonathan Kovacevic with a +3 and Sam Bennett with a +5. Team leaders in goals, Nick Suzuki, 23. Sam Reinhart, 30. Points, Nick Suzuki with 56 and Sam Reinhart with 68. And the funny thing is, when I picked the guy for the first goal, I think I meant Reinhart. And I put, because they're both Sams. But I'll live with what I got. But I'm sure I meant Sam Reinhart. But I digress. Average time on ice, Mike Matheson, 25-22. And Montour, 23-19. And in wins, Monty with 13. And Bobrovsky with 29. Having another great season. Florida top 5 scoring. Reinhart, 39 goals, 29 assists, 68 points, a +17. I know now for sure I definitely meant Reinhart and not Bennett. Does Bennett even? Yeah, he does. Matt Tkachuk, 21-46 and 67 points, +15. Carter Verhaeghe, 30 and 31 for 61 points and a plus 19. The captain Barkov, 13 and 42 for 55 points and a plus 21. And Evan Rodriguez, 8 goals, 25 assists, 33 points, plus 19. Habs, excuse me. I got excited there for a second and then coughed. Habs top 5, although you see 6 listed there. Sean Monahan is not here any longer. Nick Suzuki leads the way, 23 goals, 33 assists, 56 points, minus 13. Cole Caulfield next, 19 and 27 for 46 points and a minus 2. Matheson is next at 8 and 35 for 43 points and a minus 21. Uri Slavkovsky, 12 and 18, 30 points, minus 14. And then Jake Evans has snuck in there with 4 goals, 15 assists, 19 points, and a minus 4. The goalies tonight. For Montreal, it is Sam Montembeault making his second start in a row. 13, 10, and 4, a 3.16 goals against, and a 9.04 save percentage. It is not Bobrovsky tonight, but it will be Anthony Stolarz. Stolarz in 16 starts is 10, 5, and 2. He's got a 1.97 goals against and a 9.25 save percentage. So he's the backup, but his numbers are better than Bobrovsky, just in not as many games, like not nearly as many games, but still good numbers. We'll see what happens tonight. Montreal in tough. Panthers lineup: Barkov, Verhaeghe, and Reinhart. They will be first line. Bennett, Cousins, and Kachuk, second line. Lundell, Lusterainen, and Rodriguez, third line. And Stenlund, Lockwood, and Lomberg are the fourth line. Forsling and Ekblad, first pair. Mikola and Montour, second pair. Ekman Larson and Kulikov, third pair. Stolar starting, Bob backing them up. Montreal's lines: Suzuki, Caulfield, Slavkovsky, first line. Newhook, Roy, Anderson, second line. I think they've just moved Andy up to the second line. Evans, Armia, and Gallagher, third line, but you can argue which is second and third for me, the way I said them. Colin White, Pearson, and Ulanen, fourth line. Matheson and Gooley, Jacki and Savard, Harris and Kovacevic. Monty starting, Primo backing him up this time. And that's everything. So, like I said, it's going to be a tough game for Montreal if they are to win this game. I don't think they will. It's not out of the question. They could surprise the Panthers. I just don't see that happening, especially the way they have been playing, coming off 5 losses. And then even in beating Arizona, Arizona having, I think had 12 losses at the time in a row. They didn't dominate them. I had points. I mean, I thought Arizona would win that game, but they just, Monty stole the game, I think. Monty stole the game, and we'll see if he can do that again. And quite frankly, if they're going to win, I think line 1 has to really step up here and provide a lot of offense. But also, Monty's going to have to steal another game. If they can do that, they can win here. Otherwise, I don't think they will. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I think that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll be back at 7 for to do the hangout and the post game right after. Hopefully, you guys will join for that. Till then, stay safe. Peace out. And I'll see you soon. Ciao, everybody.